here. And this one. And I'll just, now I get to show you.
Oh, okay. Look
the
at her.
video here.
Looks like her room is real pretty. No, I see a blanket there. I think it says.
Oh, look at her twirl.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is a twirly dress.
So that's the,
Aw.
I have some photos too. But, oh, we're live.
Okay.
Hello, we're just admiring our
Yeah.
finished product from last week on the model.
Yes.
Avery looked very happy to be twirling in her dress.
Yes, she did. So welcome
Oops.
to Gloria Horn Sewing Studio in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And today is Wednesday, something different. And this is Sherry and I'm Joni. And today we're going to work on a tunic. Yeah, the one that
tunic.
Sherry has on. So let's see, we'll give everybody a second to come on. And we'll see where they're here. We got some Colorado and Central PA, South Texas. Wow, it's really nice to see everybody from all over the United States. So if you are on Facebook and this is the first time that you're with us, and you'd like to watch our video and shop with us when it's over, you'll need to register. So you'll go to the comment bar and type in register, and that will take you to another screen, and you'll put in your first name, last name, your email address, and then you'll go to the next page and put in a password, a username, and a password. And that will allow you to shop with us at the end of the show. If you're on our app, you're all set and ready to go. The app is the easiest way to shop. So to get the app, you'll go to the App Store or Google Play Store and type in Gloria Horn Sewing Studio, and download the free app. And it's a little yellow and green sewing machine. And there you'll have you'll be able to view all of our videos for like even over a year now. Things have changed a little bit, and then you can search for things. If you watch it today and then you want to watch it again a couple of weeks from now, you can go back and look it up and view it again. And then also that's the easiest way to shop. But you could also shop on the gloriahorn.com, our website. Okay, and then we also have Instagram and YouTube, and also Twitter, Twitch, and Kicked. Okay, and I haven't used those yet, but I'd like to. Yeah, but it would. And then also, please join our Facebook group. So it's Gloria Horn Sewing Studio group, and there you can see all the projects that people have been working on. We've showed them, but you can post anything that you made. Finished. Yeah, and it's really nice because we get to see your version of the project. And we really like to see what you made. And it's fun, too, because people will comment, and post then it will get things going, and they'll post their pictures. So it is really fun. And we have about 16,000 members for that group. So that's a lot, yeah. And if you ever have a question about something, you just type it in, and somebody's going to answer your question. So, and so then shipping is $8, and it's free with a $75 purchase, and we will combine orders for up to 24 hours. So if you purchased something yesterday and you want to purchase something today, we'll combine the order and you can get free shipping.
Or this afternoon with Kimberbell.
Yeah, all right, yes. And then tomorrow night we have our favorite things. I guess that wouldn't be 24 hours, but. Okay.
That goes with today. Yeah, our favorite things is, I think, you can't combine that with anything.
Well, you could do that with Friday. Yeah.
On Friday.
Yeah. Okay, and this, they said that they love your tunic color, and we do sell it, and we have other colors too.
Yes, we're hoping to get more of this. We're on the search for this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have any
we don't-
more.
We have a little bit, but a couple people have already ordered it, so that's
yeah, that's kind of
that's put it in the wait list category.
yeah.
But yeah,
Okay, so and can they see the picture
A
of?
picture of Avery.
Yeah.
I can put it up behind you guys.
Okay.
That's the best
Yeah,
I
there
can
she
do.
is.
There you go.
She's modeling her dress. And
Her
what was the name of
Aloha.
that? Her Aloha
Aloha,
dress.
yes.
And she seems really, really happy with it.
Yeah.
So,
and she did a little
Um,
spin for us, so we know that she really liked it.
yeah.
Yes.
So today
Okay.
we're starting our tunic, and those of you who have not sewn a garment in a really long time, there's been a couple things that we want to make sure you fully understand. One is the fabric that you need, we are selling it by the yard rather than in a kit, because there's so many different sizes that the fabric's a little more expensive. And so if we put 3 yards in a kit, and you didn't use the whole thing, and you had
kind of waste.
yeah, we didn't want you to have to waste it. So we've had a couple people that have ordered fabric already. So I know that as long as you're ordering 1.5 yards, which is a half a yard 3 times, you'll have enough. What I would suggest is you get your pattern first and take a look at it. There are 2 different sizes. There's one that is a 0 to 18, and the other one
I think
is
14.
a 14 to a 30. The one that I have on is a 14, and that it happens to fit because the day that they were cutting them out, they cut out the pattern as a 14, and it does work. And I looked at it, and it's pretty close to my measurement. So I would say it's definitely, the darts are definitely for the more mature figure, I would also say.
Yeah, okay.
Which helps. The second thing is, with the patterns, because they come, and I'll show you what the pieces are going to look like. These are those crazy patterns with multiple sizes on them.
Yeah.
The multiple sizes are good if you need to make size adjustments. So what I would recommend is that you buy the pattern ease. We sell it in a 5-yard bundle, I believe. And if you lay the pattern ease onto, you can see, this is the larger size is blue and white. So that if you lay it out, you might need, it's really folded. Okay. All right. Well, now it's backwards. Okay, we'll flip it the other way. Okay. So that if you're doing like a bigger size, that you always want to find the bust measurement that's closest when you're fitting a top or a dress, because it's easier to adjust the waist and the hips than it is the bust. So if you need say you're a 40 on top, but you're also bigger in the waist, and you're maybe a 45, you can grade those seams, and it's easy when you have the multiple layers. And
you can pick a variety of sizes.
You can pick a variety of sizes. If you want it fuller in the hips, this is pretty straight, I think.
Yeah.
But if you need it fuller in the hips, the same thing. The hips are measured from your waist, and your waist is where you bend. That is how the pattern companies determine them. So you bend, and then you measure 9 inches down, and that is where your hip measurement is on a pattern. So doing that will give you a better sizing, and that's where the pattern ease really helps, because you can then just draw a new line. Sherry, I'm not sure, what is our mannequin? Do we know?
Where did it come from?
This one, I think that's,
It looks like it came from a shop.
Yeah, I think that's just like a fixture. Rather
Yeah, I
than
don't think
it's
it's
not
an
a real.
adjustable.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
No.
fact, I think it was the previous tenant who left it here.
Oh, really?
Oh, nice.
They
Okay.
were selling sports.
Sport, yeah, sports
sporting
goods. Say
goods,
sporting
so.
clothes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one is just like a fixture. But
Yeah.
I've never used a mannequin. I I don't know, but have you used one?
Yes. In
Mhm.
college, we made them.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, and it was you wore a T-shirt and then
You put
you taped it
duct tape all around.
all around, and then when it was finished, you cut it up the back and stuffed it and put it on a stand, because we did draping, so you
Uh-huh.
needed
Yeah.
a mannequin
Mhm.
to do draping.
Hmm. And
Which-
there's I know I had a Threads magazine that showed
Yes.
you how to do
Yes.
that. So there's things out there that will
Okay, I'm going to move
videos
this.
and things
so we
about
don't
how to make a
So you can
a
make your,
mannequin,
Yeah.
make your own. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you need to have a friend to help you with that, though.
Yeah.
You can't
Mhm.
do that one on your own. But I think people that do a lot of sewing for other people get one so that it can be adjustable, and when
Yeah.
you're doing something for
Mhm.
someone else, then you can have their body type.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so it's that. The other thing I found was difficult, or not as easy, was the marking on this. Definitely, you can cut into your lines for your notches, but it does have a dart, and so for darts, I use tailor's tacks, which I can also show you how to do that. So it was hard to pin it because it slid. So what I found is these large clamps, these large, not clamps, they're
Clips.
Clips.
Yeah.
that they really work to help hold it down.
That's a good
Pattern
idea
weights,
because she was able to fold it right on the rib of the
yeah.
fabric.
Pattern weights, if you have pattern weights, we do have one. They come 4 to a package, so not a whole lot, but it does help. Quilter's pins, because they're longer, and this is a little bit heavier. We've learned that this fabric is called corduroy velour.
Mm-hmm.
So it does have a little bit of a nap to it. We will be not using the directions that come in the pattern to lay it out, because we're using, instead of doing normal where you have your fabric folded selvage to selvage, we're doing this cross grain, which means we're cutting it selvage to selvage the whole length, which gives you 60 inches of a fold. So what
Yeah, she wanted the ribs to go
we wanted to go
lengthwise.
right vertically rather than horizontally, because it's going to make you look thinner
Yeah.
as well,
Mhm.
which isn't that what we all want. So what I did is I took the front, the back, and the facings, because those were the wider pieces that I had, and I measured. It was 13 inches to get that all out. So what I did is I measured from the edge of my fabric 13 inches, and then found one of the ribs. Can we get real close on this?
Sure.
Mhm.
I know it's kind of far over. Okay, so what I did is I took the rib, and the ribs are the lines, and I just laid it flat, clipped it, went to the next one, laid it flat, clipped it, all the way down. So
Yeah, and that way this will be the same.
this is
The width
Yep.
of this will be exactly the same.
and this. So what I would suggest is that when you figure out what size you're going to do, you take out those pieces, because those are the ones that are going to fit the best. And I've tried it different ways, and I definitely like that. So once you get that finished, then you can take and lay your pattern pieces
Yeah.
onto the line again, and I used the big pins. You want to pin your fold
Yeah.
first.
Should I do this piece over
Yeah,
here?
if you'll do
Okay.
that one. And let's see, can we clip them?
So you always pin the fold first, and
Yeah,
you're
always pin
you're
first.
you're
Okay.
cutting on the line that's
Yep.
already cut, right?
You know what? I'm trying it, and it seems to be working to use the clips on the fold.
Do you have to
Okay.
test the stretch before you decide to change directions?
No, this pattern you really don't, because this pattern was designed for a woven, and so you don't have to worry about the stretch because you don't need the stretch. And there's also several views on here. So the difference of the views, we probably should have talked about that, huh? View 1 and 4 are sleeveless. 2 and 3 have sleeves. 1 and 3 have pockets,
Oh, let's see if I can get a shot of that.
and they're scoop neck, and 2 and 4 are V-neck.
Let me move this down.
So we're doing the ones with a sleeve, and I know someone had said it's where they are, it feels like fall. It feels like fall here too. It's August. It should be a
Yeah.
little warmer.
Well, next week
but-
it is going to be warmer.
Yeah, and then the pools will close.
Yeah, right, exactly.
then
And the
it'll be
kids
hot
went back to
again.
school yesterday, so.
Yeah, so it felt like back to school weather.
Mhm.
So if you would like to do either of those, that's definitely a good option. We like the scoop neck, and I believe if you do the sleeveless one, you need to do a bias strip for the armholes, and I don't know if they did. No, and I guess the face, well, I guess there's different, there has to be different facings for the round and the V-neck.
Yes.
So,
it would have
yeah,
to be.
That's my
Mhm.
guess. They didn't show that in there. So when this is laid out, oh, I need to move mine down a little, Joni.
Yeah, I just, I
Yeah.
didn't want it to go
Nope.
off the edge here. So.
Nope.
Okay.
All right, so let's move her down. Okay.
So you always pin up to the cutting line, but not through it. So you don't have to
Yeah.
move your pins as you're cutting.
And since this pattern was already cut, the cutting line is already cut off. So it doesn't make it as easy.
Yes, it's easier to cut through a line than on a line. So it's the second time
better
you
for
cut
your-
it, it's a little bit.
It's better for your rotary cutter and your scissors too to not have a pin to cut
Yeah.
through. All right, so these were back in the package, and I should have given them a quick press. Okay. Do we look flat? The first time we laid it out, I thought it kind of shifted a little. Right, then the other pieces that are going on here are the facings. So the back and the front facings, and you will need some shape flex for it. It just helps them to lay flatter. I like shape flex for just about everything I make
Yes,
for interfacing.
And we sell that in packages. You can always use more shape flex.
Yeah. So it's not just for embroidery. It started out to be for garments. I think they use it for t-shirt quilts too. It kind of stabilizes the t-shirts. All right, so, okay. So in order to mark the dart, I have the elusive sewing needle.
We have a
which
hard time finding sewing needles here.
because handwork is a dirty word
Yes.
here.
Mhm.
So I like it with a double strand, and I have marked with a highlighter. Are we good, or do I need to?
Yeah, let me
Maybe you
find
need
you
to.
over here. There we
There you
are.
go.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so this dotted line is my dart. So what I want to do is I want to take each side of it and then come up at the point and then come back on the other side. And then I'll have a little loop. Okay, and then we trim. We trim that, and then we're going to do each of the ends. And those I do a straight one. I don't do the loop in it. And then that's this one. All right, so then when you take your pattern piece off, this one you'll have to kind of pull it up. I guess we could cut this one out. I hate to cut into this big piece of fabric.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I know.
You want me to cut it? Or do you want to cut it?
Well, I'm debating this. Do we want to cut it?
Mm-hmm.
Should we cut them?
Well,
In order to do the second part, we have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
So we just cut
Okay,
this
you
part.
you cut those, and I'll cut the other half. Do you
Okay.
have scissors in there?
Oh, you use scissors. Okay.
Oh, you can use a rotary cutter.
Yeah, I'll use a rotary cutter.
Okay.
Okay. I like a rotary cutter, but
Your team rotary cutter.
what's that?
You're on the rotary cutter team.
Yeah, yeah.
Sherry,
I'm on the scissor team.
You're the
She
scissor,
likes scissors.
team?
Yeah.
I do.
Team scissor.
And I thought I had them in here.
Mm-hmm. What's that?
I
dear?
did have my scissors. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We can see which one we get through faster. You're gonna win.
Let's see. This might need a new blade. Let's see.
Yeah, this is a little tougher to work on. Oh, you know what? I should probably I'm gonna put one of these. All right. The only thing that there's two things that we have to follow a grain line, and the grain line on this you can follow the ribs. Is the pocket,
I think. Did you go to get?
and
Oh.
the
New
pocket
blade.
and
Yeah, I think a new
the
blade would be really good.
sleeve.
Yeah, let's try. I'll show you how to change the blade on here. Let's see. This one is. Here they are. These are. Hopefully, these are.
You
that
got
a
it.
new
So
one?
those are the titanium ones. Natalia's favorite.
Yes, yes. These are right here. Let's see.
Did we answer
Okay.
Susan's question?
So all I do is
Yes, we did.
Okay.
I'm just going to pull back on this little red switch, and we'll take this out and we'll throw it away. I'm just going to set it to the side for right now, and then we'll take a new blade, and you put that on top of this little screw, and then you put this back on like that, and then take the red little switch and push it in, and that's it. So easy to change.
And that's your favorite rotary cutter in the
It
world.
saves your fingers.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
We
Okay.
use those are what we use in the store.
In the bubble, I have this is made by Olfa. It's called a
Yes.
splash rotary cutter.
Yes.
You have a 45 millimeter there. And
Comes
I
in
have
great colors.
I have next in the bubble the replacement blades for titanium coated rotary cutter blades. What is the screaming going on?
Screaming.
I don't know. There's a party next door, I think.
Okay, so we have this.
So we will be back next week, fresh from Baby Lock Tech.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have lots to talk about next
Right.
week with the new machines.
I have a feeling that's what they're screaming about over there.
Maybe
Oh,
they got
really?
some inside
Oh,
info.
wow.
We've been sworn to secrecy, but they haven't really told us much to keep secret.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a showdown here.
Yeah. Okay.
Rotary cutter versus scissors.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have a couple other things I'm cutting here too, so I guess.
Okay, and then this one.
Yeah, this doesn't have the same, like if you were cutting a t-shirt knit, this has a different
Mhm.
feel to it.
Okay.
Has a little bit more body.
If there's like something really important you want us to see, just yell, "Hey, PJ!"
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Close up on this part. I always wonder. I feel like a lot of the times people are watching in the background, and I wonder if maybe there's a red alert alarm that goes off that if during an important part that you want them to pay attention.
So,
to.
boop, 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 boop.
Uh-huh. Okay. I like the rotary cutter because it stays flat. Because the idea when you cut it, when you with the scissors, you want it to stay as
To stay
flat as
flat.
possible so that you get an accurate cut.
That's why the bent scissors work well, because the
Mhm.
scissor stays flat.
Bernadette, I'll ask about the Star of Wonder, but it is they're working so hard on it. I think she mentioned on the last show that they were making huge progress on the embroidery files this week before Baby Lock Tech. So we'll see if it's
Right.
Mm-hmm.
if
Star of-
you'll get notified. I think as the progress goes along. We're gonna
Right.
keep people updated for Star of Wonder.
And Star of Wonder has a lot of projects with it, and I think that's
Mm-hmm.
we
You
have to
wanna come
make
in?
sure that everything has been.
Sorry,
Is somebody
yeah.
wanna come into business?
maybe.
Star
I'll
of
see
Wonder
what-
has been a lot of projects, and they want to make sure that the it all stitches out correctly before we send out the USBs.
Mhm.
Okay, on the back there is a notch for. So you want to snip that one. The side there's a double notch
Okay, let me see.
for
This
sleeves.
is a pay attention.
This is a pay
Uh-huh.
attention, yes.
So if you're watching in the background, pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so there's a double notch on the back for the sleeve. There's a single notch on the side seam, and I think that's all the pieces. In case you never knew this, here's a fun fact: the double notches are always the back of a sleeve, and the single notch is
Yeah.
always the front.
So we have one here, and this looks like there was a little notch right here
This
This-
notch is for the pocket. Yeah.
Okay, so there's that one, and
It's
this
kind of
you
nice that they were notched already.
Mm-hmm. And then you have this one.
And do the indicators to cut a notch always look the same?
The notches used to actually
should be
be
a
a
little-
little,
Triangle.
yeah, that you
And we
and
used
you
to
cut
cut
out around it.
Yeah, we used to cut them out, and so they were. And then later on, they had you cut them off and snip them, and that was like a to speed things up. Yeah, a little bit more efficient.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mhm.
that took a little getting used to.
Yeah.
because you were so
Mhm.
used to cutting them out.
Mhm.
All right. So the other thing we'll do is we'll show you how to take off your tailor tacks.
Okay.
This
so
this pattern's already been ripped a bit, so
Mhm.
it knows that. So what you would do is you would hold that, pull that through, and then the same with this and this one. And then you open up your fabric and you snip I need to make that one a little longer. So that gives you your dart. So your dart is here to here.
Interesting.
And they're there.
Okay.
And I really like that. Sometimes if you have other fabrics that are harder to work with or you can't really see through and you don't really want to try some of the marking systems, Tailor Tacks work really well. They're an old, solid way to sew. The other thing on the pattern that it did not, in the pattern directions it did not show you was that this has naps, so you do everything in the same direction. The top to the bottom, the top to the bottom, all the way down. I really do all of my sewing like that, just in case. It's like an old habit. All right, so this piece was 13 inches, so we had 26 inches for the first part. So then what I'm going to do, I'll show you. Again, we have this laid out lengthwise. This is why you don't need quite as much fabric. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to see where this all lines up so that we will double this. We'll flip this over. All right, so on this one, if you fold your grain line and then you lay this on a rib, which we'll do on the right side. Okay, so that one looks pretty good. And it's that way. And the only other, we need another pocket, which we can do there. Okay, so I would say we're going to need, how many inches in this? So 12, 14. Okay, so we're going to lay this. Again, this is a bigger piece than what you'll have. So we're going to flip this over. I hope this makes sense.
Okay, I'm going to put this here.
We flip this over.
Move this out of the way.
Oh yeah, I'm going to show you how to do those weights too, because I do like those. Okay, how many inches did I say we have with our... All right, so that's 14. Does that look like enough? What did I say? I think we needed more than that.
So,
Let's do it just a little bit more.
okay, so we'll come up about.
That is 15. I think that looks better. Do we need to move down? some?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you do this, if the selvages still should lay flat on each other. All right. I think it's going to go more this way, Joni.
Let's see that way.
Yeah. It helps when you have your piece of fabric just to lay it out, all it kind of folded into each other.
Let's see how straight our way there.
So this huge cutting table
Is helpful.
is
Yes,
very
it's
helpful.
very, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you always have a huge cutting table?
No,
No.
I had to. Unfortunately, when we moved, I had to give up my cutting table. But now if you have a cabinet, a lot of the cabinets, when the back flips up, you can put this cutting mat on it with your machine off. It'll fit, which is nice.
And Steve showed these tailor-made cutting tables, I think 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
We have these in gray and white, and they're amazing.
Yeah.
And that's what you're seeing underneath Sherry right now is the white tailor-made cutting table, and they love them.
Yeah, they are nice,
And they fold up.
they fold in and down like a gate leg table.
Yeah.
Okay, Jenny, where, or which?
Let's see. It just looks like it was this same one.
This one. I want to make sure we're going to get this on the right path. So sewing wise, we're going to use the serger for most of it, but not all of it. So if you don't have a serger, don't worry. You can still get one. But there are the machines. All of the machines have stretch stitches on them. So, and again, this
Yeah,
isn't
for
quite
years
as
I used the joining and overcasting stitch, and so that's like a faux serger stitch.
Yeah, the baby lock makes such a nice serger that it's nice to. Okay, I got. Oops! Ooh, there's a little thing under there. The tricky part, and you might even know how to do it all the way on the serger. The tricky part on this was the pocket, because the pocket is, these are the two pocket pieces, and you stitch them to it, but then you have to stitch around, and I really wasn't good at that on the serger. So maybe you have that technique. If you do, then we'll have that lesson. Okay, so then our other pieces are going to be the bottom. This one we've done. There's our sleeve.
Okay.
So we need that one up there. And then, oops, our other bottom is here. And if you're not doing the pocket, you can just eliminate the...
Make sure to put the extension table on the serger.
Right.
On the beloved Triumph serger.
Yep. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Marilyn, you were reading our mind.
So we do have and
the Acclaim.
I forgot to say 10% back.
Oh, that's right. It's 10%.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's
good day.
There's a lot of breaking news in the world of Gloria Horn. So
yeah, really.
But you're gonna have to call Steve, I think, about a serger. He's been showing sergers this morning to people here at the store. But I think for the best price, you're gonna have to call Steve.
Yeah.
Because he's got these special prices up. You got to check with him to see if he's going to honor this 10%. I think he has fantastic deals on sergers right now.
He's got all kinds of crazy ideas. We never know what he's coming up with.
But later, we're just going to take a look at the Acclaim, which is another favorite.
And the Acclaim also has an extension table.
I loved Chelsea's news report. Breaking news.
Yeah, that was really good.
Right, here are our. So I'm going to put these little pattern weights on these because they're smaller pieces.
Too far.
Okay, these are the sweet seams.
Yeah, that's
pattern weights for baby lock.
Yep. Which are nice. I have a very old pair of magnet, or they're 3 different sizes, 2 of each, and I do like them.
There is rumor of a new serger.
There is?
You know,
I don't know.
Somebody posted that on a Facebook page, and I said, well, I thought it was the 55th anniversary one. I said, no, it seems like there's something else that's going to be in a package deal. So I don't know.
And
again, we don't get all the details. We just
that's why it's so important, I think, to watch this weekend.
Is that going to make it to the
all
end?
the way through Tuesday during Baby Lock Tech?
It's about a 1/4 inch away.
Okay. Because we have room.
Yeah, I'll move it down a little bit. So we'll do.
All right. So here's this one. And make sure when you do your when you do the pockets that you do put the little notches on them. we notched it on the front. So this makes sure that you get the the pockets going the right direction.
Mhm.
So, and I do know that the fabric for the Aloha dresses, there's a couple people still waiting. The fabric was ordered and it should be in any day to finish your kits.
Chelsea said it was her first really like longer dress, so she was twirling all around in it.
Uh-huh.
So Margaret, we are working on what's it called? The uniform tunic?
Yes.
Yes. Which is what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have,
So the first piece was 26 inches, and then this one was 15. So that's 30 and 26. So that's 56 inches is how much fabric. That's how much fabric, the length of fabric that I needed. So what's that, a yard and a quarter? I think. Yard and a half? No, yard and a half.
Let's see, where's the calculator?
PJ and I were just having this conversation about math and math facts and calculators. And it said back in the 70s when calculators came out, there were a couple kids that had them in the class. But the rest of us still had slide rules.
oh, really?
And you had to
Okay.
figure it out. And calculators, they were Texas Instrument, and they were a couple $100s in the 70s. Like, that was a
Yeah,
lot.
that was a lot.
Yeah, your parents didn't have that money to go out and buy you one. Not everybody's parent did, but
Mhm.
Well, they always said that you're not always going to have a calculator, so you better learn to do this by hand. And now we all have a cell phone,
and now we all have cell phones with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we just talk to it.
So you're
It tells
cutting
us
these
all
out
the
too?
answers.
Yep, we're going to
Okay.
cut these out. We're going to
Okay.
have everything cut. We're going to have a
Okay.
garment. This is good because then we don't have to worry about this. It'll be ready to sew when we get back.
Mm-hmm.
And Chelsea's holding out for a
Oh, great.
for the new machine.
Oh,
the
is
new
she?
machine. Oh,
She's
wow.
decided she's just gonna pressure me to get
Go with the big one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
There you go.
the Radiance.
The radiance.
The radiance.
So
Yeah.
she's aiming high. No,
Mhm.
it's interesting though. Steve helped us out, and we've got an entry level embroidery machine, and we're really
Nice.
excited to get started and
Nice.
start learning. So she might be waiting a little bit longer for that Radiance.
Mhm.
Don't tell her. Just tell her it's on the way.
That's the
Chelsea,
fun-
there's nothing to worry about.
You know, once you start with embroidery, it's
Addicting.
yeah, it really is,
Mhm.
and it's really hard when somebody comes in to look at an embroidery machine. They're all nice machines, but the size of the hoop matters, and you know what do you really want to do? And it's not that you want to oversell somebody a machine. You want to have a machine to fit what they're going to do. But if you want to do edge to edge or some of the big designs, you need a big hoop.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And go big or go home. That's kind of my mentality.
A lot of people
with a
think
lot of
like
things.
that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I kind of want whatever the best thing that what is it capable of? What
Right.
is the
Right.
most capable machine that I could get, and then I'll learn
Yep.
it.
Yep. I find it interesting that a lot of women that are getting ready to retire look like a year before they're going to retire to decide what machine they want to retire
that-
with. Yeah.
That's a good way to think about it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because you're gonna be holding on to this machine, using it quite a bit. So
You'll
may
have a
as well-
lot more time to play.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's been fun. People have been bringing in their all kinds of projects that they've got. My favorite ones are the little lambs.
The
They're
little
just-
lambs.
They're
What
so cute. The woolly lambs in the flannel
mm-hmm.
on with the fence and
Oh,
they're
okay.
so cute.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be a darling baby gift.
Sherry remembers using the slide.
Slide rule.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think Gail said that's what she did when she was about to buy her machine. She went big,
Yep.
and that's the way to go. I think from a lot of people, they seem very happy with their Solaris.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and the fact that you're looking at, the lessons that Gloria does,
Yeah.
you can't beat it. You can stay home in your jammies and
Sure.
watch and
Mhm.
learn. So I think it's definitely the way to go.
So Sherry, what you're saying is, I'm going to be having to upgrade her entry-level embroidery machine,
Yes.
and I should have gone for the Radiance.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's what we think. What size hoop do you have at home?
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Does
see if
Chelsea
she's
know?
watching.
Oh, what
size
does she
hoop it
have
is?
there?
Let's see if she's watching. Hey, Chelsea. She watches in the background.
Okay.
Let's see if I can catch her
Oh, we need
attention.
to have a little bell or something so
Yeah.
people know to pay attention. Oh, she's not on.
Okay.
All right. So again, important things to make sure you notch on the front, the bottom pieces. Anything that says 14, I'm marking because that's the size I'm doing, and I want to make sure that I have lines to match.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the sleeve,
Yeah, we have the.
again, we're going to go back to our notches.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
So this is the front, and we know that because it's a single notch. This is the back. It's a double. And there's always a line at the top that is the top of your shoulder. And sometimes, I don't see any lines on this
I
one,
don't
but
see on the
sometimes they give
sides.
you lines on the side, and this one doesn't have it.
Mm-hmm.
So we have all of our pieces. We'll cut out the facings with shape flicks, and then we're ready to sew next week. And we will use a serger to start, and I think we're using the Brilliant. Did we decide?
If we're using a serger,
We're going to use
The Acclaim.
Acclaim for the serger, and we're going
Mhm.
to use the sewing machine, the Brilliant.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did talk about using the Brilliant. Is that the one you want to go with?
Yeah,
you
we can
like
do
the,
that.
You like the
Mhm.
Brilliant.
It's just I like
I like
haven't-
the Brilliant.
Yeah, I haven't really met a
Mhm.
machine I don't like, but
Yeah.
though we're trying to use all the different machines so that especially if you don't have a serger right now, that way those stitches have those machines have stretch stitches. So
Mhm.
and you don't need a real stretchy stretch on this one, but you do need a knit stitch.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So we talked about the Triumph and the Acclaim just a little bit.
Mhm.
We mentioned them basically, and we also mentioned the extension table.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And this one in the bubble here does say it fits the Triumph and Acclaim,
Okay.
so we
Okay.
can
And
get
the
that
other
out.
should-
Yeah,
okay.
those are you
Yeah.
really need an
And
extension
especially when
table.
you're sewing garments, because
Mhm.
you have, your seam is here and your garment's out here. But even if you're doing a quilt, I have a friend that does everything on the serger, and she does her quilts on the serger as well, and she does use an extension table because of the bulk of it.
Yeah, I like the extension table. Mhm.
Judy, yeah, a lot of people do not like cutting the garment patterns.
Yeah, that's the boring part. And then it gets fun
Yeah.
when you
And
start
so-
to sew.
And sometimes that's like the key part because that's how you make sure that everything's going to fit.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's not always fun. But I think now with the patterns being a little more generous and there's
They're
Fit for Art is the other patterns that we have that I really like, and that would probably be the next one that I come up with. And I know the girls that design those, and we're going to hope
Oh,
they're
cool.
in France right now. But yeah,
mm-hmm.
Fit for Art. Where did I see those
Fit for Art.
patterns?
We have those. Yep, the Carpe Diem
Carpe Diem,
Okay.
and the Tabula Rasa.
Tabula Rasa. You're gonna do next, so that's
Yep.
exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I have here just the Baby Lock Brilliant, just to put in the bubble to see the price point, but much lower when you call Steve also. So
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
that next week we're gonna
Yeah,
probably
we'll have
bring out the
because we'll
Brilliant?
need the Surger and the regular machine.
Yeah. I like the Brilliant because it comes with like everything you need to get started. Whereas the Jubilant, the Presto, might need to buy a walking foot. You don't need that with the Brilliant, and it comes with extra quilting feet like the 1/4-inch piecing and the free motion guide, the Teflon foot, and also the adjustable zipper foot. So it comes with like, you're all set and ready to go. The only thing you might want is an extension table.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, the extension table for
Yeah. And that's the first one that when you select a stitch, you see it in the screen. The other ones, you see the number that the stitch is.
Right.
So if you hit the wrong number, you don't really know till you start sewing.
And it's a good. I mean, the
Yes.
Jubilant is the first machine, and Brilliant is the next one. So,
But
it's
for the
really-
price point
it's
of the
really
Jubilant
good.
is a really nice machine. I sent that one to my daughter, and I sent it to her because I was flying to her house. So I sent it, and when I got to her house, I kind of showed her how to use it, and we hemmed a dress, and it's a really they're whatever price point you're in, there's a really good machine for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Mhm.
really.
Yeah.
The Baby Locks are just very user friendly.
does the Brilliant have an extension table?
You can get one
Separately.
Yes. Now, if you move on up, then it comes with one. So the Lyric comes with one, and also the Soprano.
I'm trying to see if I can find quickly the Brilliant extension table.
So if you're trying to decide how you're going to lay out your pattern, if you have a cutting table, this is 60 inches. That's how long
the
your fabric is going to be,
Mhm.
and you can lay your pattern pieces on it, and then you can gauge how much fabric you're going to need from that, because it would be double what your measurement is for here, if that helps.
If the patterns were
I
pre-cut,
know.
I might
Oh,
reconsider.
that's-
Well,
We do other
Tommy's
things like
are
that.
going to be pre-cut.
That's interesting.
Yeah, his right. His
Yeah.
his sweatshirt's going to
The
be pre-cut.
sweatshirts, yeah.
the sweatshirt. So I think you choose this. You choose your size. And then
Yeah,
it
and
comes
it's all
pre-cut for
cut
you.
out for you.
Yeah,
So-
that's what you guys showed to the teachers.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is really nice, because that's a tough point when you're teaching somebody to sew.
Mm-hmm.
They have to do the measuring, and so that's a good way to.
Me, I find like a lot of things don't fit. I'm always returning things or
Yeah.
spending way too long trying things on and not liking the way it fits. And
Yeah.
maybe if you're, and I think garment sewing is just such a valuable skill to know, and there's so much to be learned there.
Yeah. I always say if you're short, you need to know how to hem. Yeah.
Yeah.
you
Okay,
could-
on regular garments, how would you fit it? I'm not sure what that, Margie. I'm not sure I understand the question.
So.
Regular garments. Can you rephrase, Margie?
How would you fit it?
And then here's the extension table for the Brilliant.
Oh, is the height adjustable? The height for
Oh,
the table?
this
Which table? Because we've got extension tables. The Serger
all these.
the Serger extension table is made for the height of the Sergers. The Brilliant likewise. But
Oh,
the
those, yeah.
tailor-made cutting table is the one that you're using right now underneath you. Height adjustable. Well, can we measure the height of it?
Let's see. It must be. I want to say like 40.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Tape.
That's
24. There's my thumb. Okay.
24 plus
12.
plus 24 plus
40,
12, so that'd be
36.
36. Okay. Mhm.
36 inches high.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
the
not so
garments. So the pre-cut garments are, I think they're like small, medium, large, and then there would be measurements that would show you. It would be like this size chest. This,
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
What I always did was I took the measurements, and on the pattern, they had like the finished, and you kind of subtract the two, and then and then you find out how much ease is in the pattern, and it's a little involved, but that's the way I always did it. But those are the
Can I take an overhead look at
the pattern. The pattern. Those were the
These
you
are-
know Vogue and McCall's and Simplicity.
They do give you measurements
Mm-hmm.
up here. I think I'm thankful that we do inches and not centimeters.
Yeah.
The table she mentioned. Who was it? Marilyn purchased at Aldi.
Aldi's. Yeah, I didn't know they.
That's a way to go.
You never know what they're gonna have.
You never know what they're going to have.
I don't think you can. The prices at Aldi's are crazy with groceries and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I think these TaylorMade. I don't think you can.
If
beat
you don't go
these.
down the aisle of shame, you're okay.
Mhm.
You don't spend as much money.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this is the back of the pattern.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you're purchasing your fabric, you're looking at these measurements and deciding.
Yes and
what-
no. The problem with this is that the fabric is 45 or 54, and our fabric is 60, and you have to do a cross grain. So, as I said, you will have 60 inches using the cross grain. So, if you have a cutting table or any kind of a cutting, even one of those little cardboard mats, you can lay out 60 inches and then take your pattern pieces. Let's see. So I like doing it with, again, I played enough that I know this works. If you lay them on the table
Let's see if I can get a measure
with
here.
your cutting, so your fold line, your center front lines would be on the one because that would be your fold.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also fit our
And then you know automatically how wide it is.
Yep.
So how much to move
Yep.
your fabric,
So-
fold your fabric.
Right. So this one
Looks
fits
like.
to 13. So if that's the widest point, that's 13 inches. So you double it, it's 26 inches because again, we're cutting it along the selvage. And then if you take your other pieces, good thing we have a big table. Put that away. Then you take your other pieces and you're going to lay them out again on a fold. All right, so say we lay it there. Here's our sleeve. And again, top to bottom, top to bottom. Okay, the sleeve is going to be tricky. So I think that would be good. All right, so this one measures from 1 to, where are we?
That
Let me
says
see what the,
29, 30. Oh,
so we'd be at, yeah, say 28. So that's 56 inches. So that's how much length you would need. So 56 is a yard and
50, yeah, yard, well,
Yard and a
45 is a
quarter.
yard and a quarter. It's a yard and a half plus 2 inches.
Okay, so you
it's
need a yard and 5/8.
5/8, yeah.
And the pattern, let's see, for this one, this pattern in this size calls for 2 3/4.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's a lot less.
okay. So I
So
hope
hopefully
that
that makes
answers.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope that answers questions when it comes to buying fabric.
And if you really are still stuck, you can always call. We do answer the phone. It's just we get a lot of calls and we have customers and we're kind of in between. But yeah, we do answer calls.
Absolutely. And also, maybe this proves a good point. This is a cutting table,
Mhm.
and maybe one that you would get at Aldi's wouldn't be meant for cutting.
I don't know. The nice thing with these is that they have drawers in them, so you have storage space in them.
Yeah.
And they do fold down, so you don't really need a big space.
The sturdiness, the size of it fits this Quilter Select
The
cutting mat like perfectly.
And you have a little bit of extra room too.
You got extra
But it's a
room.
60-inch mat, which is really nice to have.
So really, Chelsea not only needs a Radiance, but
She needs a cutting
Cutting
Triumph.
table, a
she
kiwi.
needs a tailor-made cutting table
Yes.
in her choice of either gray or white. And then the Quilter Select mat, because it fits so perfectly.
So this would have to be is it to the end? It would be 60,
So yeah. So this is
70. It's close to like a little over 70 inches.
yeah. So
Yeah,
it
it's
might
pretty
be
long.
72,
And
which would
then
be.
it's
I don't have a tape measure here.
good thing we have all these tape measures. Okay, so this one is 15 and 24.
15 and 20. So 24. It would be
39.
39, right? Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to think.
Math.
I'm gonna need a second job. I think so. I mean, if you
Okay,
want to
and
do
then-
it right, I think you go for the things that make it easier for you when you're when you don't want to struggle, and
Right.
that might include a huge
Right.
cutting surface,
Yeah.
a workspace. Really, it's so useful for so many different things.
And sewing is like any other skilled thing. You need to have the right tools.
Yeah.
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 Speaking of tools, can we run through a
Yeah.
couple things in the list?
Yep.
So you mentioned pattern ease,
Pattern ease. Yep.
which is a 5-yard cut of pattern ease
Right.
for $12.95.
Yep. Shape flex.
Shape flex.
Okay.
This is SF 101.
Yep.
And I feel like this is something that we talk about almost
Right.
every single
Yeah.
show.
Because we use it all the time.
And in between shows, where's the shape flex?
Yes, you use it for everything.
Everything.
Yep.
These pattern waists, which are super nice.
Yeah, those are nice.
And they're, I didn't realize this initially, but they're the same. There's a print on one side and solid on the other. So each one is double. So you can have them all the same, or you can have them a little
Alternating.
different. Yes,
And they're stylish.
they're stylish. Yes.
This is Sweet Seams, a baby lock kind of
Right.
brand. What else? We talked about glasshead.
The glasshead pins, definitely the quilters pins because they're longer, and you need something a little longer to go into these. A bolt of pattern ease is 50 yards, so we thought that was a little excessive for one customer, but we're happy to sell you a bolt.
We're happy to sell you a bolt.
Yeah.
You thought a little excessive. Just go with
Well,
5
we
yards.
said, should we sell it by the bolt? And I'm like, well, it's 50
And it
yards.
is-
That's a lot.
And it's wide. It's
It's-
real wide. I think it's 60 inches wide.
Yeah.
yeah.
So maybe just if you think
Yeah.
if you think 5 yards is not enough,
Yeah, I think 5
I
yards
think
is enough.
I think
yeah.
it's
you
yeah.
think 5 yards is enough?
If I would buy anything by the bolt, it would be Shape Flex.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Shape Flex comes in this is good. So the packaged one is 60 inches by a yard. That is the best way to buy it. We do have it in the store if you're local. We do have the 60-inch in the store. That is the best way to buy it because I think if you buy the smaller bolt, I
Bolts,
think
yeah.
it's 22.
20. Yeah, it's the 20.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you're not getting
Like-
as good of a deal. Okay, what else
Okay,
do
and
you
let's
have?
see
And
what.
so we still have
Oh,
fabric.
the colors,
Yeah.
yes. We're gonna show
Okay,
you
so
the
you
colors.
want to, which one do you want first?
The blue.
The blue, the navy? This I think is beautiful.
I love that color.
I think Carol, she said, what color would I look good in? I think she'd look good in the blue.
I think Carol would look good in this one.
Yeah, she would,
Yeah.
but I think the blue also.
Yeah, this is a really pretty color.
That's really pretty.
It's called Maritime.
Okay, so that's a really,
And then
Really
what do you
nice
have
shade.
next?
You choose.
Light
I'll just,
blue?
Yep.
Okay.
so there's our light blue. Okay,
And what's so special about this?
the light blue.
This fabric.
Oh, it's well, they call it a corduroy velour.
And it's a
Brings you
knit.
back to the disco days of velour.
Yeah, and I think it's easy to work with because
Yeah.
it does have the ribs in it, so it's
Yeah.
easy to
And-
make sure your fabric, your patterns are on there straight.
And honestly, you could do this in a woven. This would be. I think this would be good in a batik.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe make one for the fall and winter out of this, and then make it again in a
A
batik.
sleeveless one for the
Yeah,
summer.
you're right. Okay, now this,
this is the dark gray.
Yes, this is dark gray. It's more like a charcoal. That's nice too.
They
And
call
then we
it
have
Iron
the-
Gate.
Is that this?
Gray
the one that
Iron
we
Gate.
did?
Okay, so this is the one that
And this is
we
light
cut out
gray,
today.
Light gray quarry.
That's nice too. I like that.
And then we
we're
have a
calling this.
solid.
Yeah. Now this is just a
This is
a
a French
knit
terry.
Yeah, and from what I've seen, color is very popular this fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a French terry. So on the inside, so
It's
it's
a
like
nice-
a little different than the outside. It is a really
It's
nice
really
weight.
nice.
That's a pretty one.
And we don't
And
have
this
any.
is
of the-
a. Are
we
these,
have a couple prints too. I don't have them here.
This is considered a knit.
Yes.
Are they
It's
all
a French
con-
terry. These are all knits.
They're all
Mhm.
considered knits. And this is, let's see, from
Yeah, you can
Stoff.
You can see
This
that.
is a
These are all
Stoff
stuff.
Mhm.
They're a poly cotton blend.
Yeah, so they let's see.
I
the
don't think
fab-
it, does it have in it? Yeah.
No, it
They
doesn't.
didn't give us any,
No.
which is really unusual. I
Yes,
thought
it
you
is
had to do it.
unusual. Usually you have the washing instructions and
Right.
the fabric on it,
And
and
then-
the end of the bolt.
PJ, do you have the prints?
the prints. I have them listed here. I didn't bring them over.
Okay.
Okay.
Because there are a couple of those too.
We can show them next week.
So this one was called cinnamon. I think?
Cinnamon.
We're just trying to source some more cognac. cinnamon.
Cognac cinnamon.
Cognac cinnamon. Okay.
That makes it darker. I guess.
And this might be the most popular one.
That's just because it's finished.
It's finished. I think you finished it for a reason. Somebody chose to work on this cinnamon first. I think that either Gloria or someone.
Somebody decided on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and said, "Here you go." And I happened to show up the day that they needed it sewn.
Is the cinnamon the one you're wearing?
Yes. Yes.
If I order 2 half yards, will it
Yes.
be continuous?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. 2 half yards. That gives you a yard.
A couple other colors here. We have Heather Rose.
Heather Rose
Oh,
is
I don't think we
We're
brought
running.
her.
Actually, that might be the most popular one. But there's just 5 half yards left.
oh, okay.
So 2.5.
And I mean, if you're really interested in any of these, we're
I'm
going
sure that the
to be getting
everything except this color, because I helped your mom when we were looking for colors to order. We made sure that the colors we ordered we could get more of. And I know that Heather Rose is still available.
Let's see what else we've got. We mentioned the Avalana knit floral patterns here, but I'm just going to put them up in the bubble, and we'll bring them into show.
Yeah.
We didn't grab them to bring over here. I think we got to show this fabric one more time.
Okay.
We've been showing it for the past couple days.
Oh, yeah. This is, it's like a cheater cloth. It looks like it's quilted. Yeah, we showed this yesterday for those of you who are doing the quilted jacket, and we thought this would make a really nice fast quilted jacket because I love the fabric. I think it's really denim friendly, and
Yeah.
You could cut out your pieces and quilt them, and you'd have a really nice quilted jacket. And no one would know that you didn't do the piecing.
How many yards to make?
And this is 30, 60 inches wide, and I think we were saying that 2 would do a jacket, but I always like to get a little extra, especially something like this, because this is a cotton fabric. So you could use this like to make a tote bag.
Plus, if you're going to quilt it, you're going to lose a little bit of the length too.
Yeah. So I would get, depending on what size you're making, between 2 and 3.
I think it looks more country blue in real life.
Uh-huh.
I don't think that looks exactly like it.
It's a little light.
Yeah. We were talking about this a little bit. I think it's the monitor you're looking at.
Okay.
Okay.
The screen probably needs calibrated.
Because it has a little more dusty blue in it than true, and then this has a little more navy looking.
But it is cool, and it
Yes,
looks like it's
Carolyn
quilted.
says it truly looks pieced. It does. So if you want to make a quilted jacket, this is perfect. You know, you don't have a lot of time, and or you just want to start this way.
Our
Yeah.
own cheater block.
Yes, and yeah, it is. It's perfect for denim.
And this is Moda.
Moda. Denim daisies. Oh, there's one. Okay. I
Really
see
cool.
Yeah.
daisies. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice. I saw it with plastic. I go, what is this? Yeah, I thought it was great.
And it's 60 wide.
Yeah, most cottons are 45.
We like that.
I think it is the screen that you're looking at, and I'll try
You
to
think?
adjust that for
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
We just want it to look.
We pulled out a phone next to it in real life, and we're like to look at what we were filming,
Right.
and it did actually look accurate. So I think it is the monitor you're
okay.
looking at. And,
So we have to clean it.
It may have this might just be covered in dust from all the fabric that's being cut.
Okay.
But you used to go into a TV store and all the different TVs lined up next to each other. Every single one of them has a different
Different
look
color.
to it.
Yeah, you don't see that anymore, do you?
No.
Well,
You
if
don't.
you
go
go
to
to
the-
Best Buy, they have the
do
wall.
Do they still do that?
Everything's stuck to the wall now. They don't have them on a console anymore.
So I think that was all the. Oh, we have another knit here. It's called Anthracite. And it's a. Did we bring that one over?
I don't
I don't
think
know.
so. Looks
don't
like
think
it's
we brought it
green.
over.
Or?
Is it green?
Anthracite.
Anthracite would be black.
Anthracite, I believe, is a coal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? 'Cause we're
Okay,
familiar
there
with
it is.
anthracite.
So it is.
It has a tint of green to it.
It's not that one.
No.
So yeah, I don't know. I can't remember what that one looked like.
Anthracite is
Tawny Port is like this color.
Yeah.
that is Tawny Port.
Is it? Okay. Yeah, this
Oh,
is
good
really
guess.
pretty. This is really nice. I like this one.
Tawny Port.
I think the prints and this solid are. Oh, that anthracite is a French terry. I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
Is
that
it?
wasn't ribbed. It's like this
It's
one.
like that one. It's a French terry
Yep.
knit.
Yep. So that would be 2 solids and 3 florals or French terry.
So you're just basically looking at like like a dark gray with a tinge of green to it, but it is much like
Yeah.
this texture of the Tawny Port
Yep.
knit.
Yep. It's really very nice.
And then obviously we have the pattern 0 to 18, and then 14 to 30.
And that one, the first one is a B cup, and the second one is a C cup.
cup.
The larger one is a C cup.
Okay. Let's see. We have. We really quickly mentioned the pre-cut hoodie, but this is Tommy's Hood Ease raglan hoodie available
Okay.
for pre-order. So you can look at the different sizes he has listed there,
And
these
different
will-
colors.
and different colors.
Okay.
And these will come pre-cut for you.
So we now have 4 new garment makers.
Yeah.
Once they know they can
He's
do
working
that.
on a hat now. You know, a
baseball cap.
Yeah. Mhm.
So I think a lot of the younger people are getting into sewing through garment sewing. Just from their trip that they took across Pennsylvania to talk to the colleges and the
Right.
teachers,
Mhm.
there was a lot of younger people interested in garment sewing.
Mhm.
And we have a new employee here named John.
Yeah, and
He's a garment sewer as well, and he started
we showed
learning
his
in high school.
samples yesterday, and they
Oh,
were
I
very,
didn't see
very
that.
nice.
Sure, have you met John?
I've met John. Yes.
Mhm.
I did not. I wasn't here yesterday.
Mhm.
But maybe this is a great way to get into garment sewing, especially with a lot of the work being on the cutting side. It's pre-cut for you, so you can just get right into it and start sewing.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then we talked about showing a little bit of thread. I just brought a few rolls over.
So we have serger threads that match all of our fabrics.
Mm-hmm. Here's our light blue. That's a really good match.
So a light blue, a navy.
Mhm.
Okay,
Navy
so
will go really well.
one at a time. The light blue is actually called baby blue.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the dark. And then we have, oh, you found that color. Good.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're really at a loss, you go black or white.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In the
Just to
bubbles,
make
this baby blue, and this is the Madeira Aerolock,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
number 9320, and we sell them 2 cones at a time.
No, they're individually $5.99. Or do we sell them two in the app?
Online, we sell them
Oh,
as a
two,
pack of
okay.
2.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Many times you'll use the needle threads will match the garment perfectly, and then the loopers you can put something else in that's kind of neutral. So the gray is a good one for the loopers, and then you try and match your needle threads.
Okay, so for that gray that's in front of you, that is the gray Iron Gate fabric. And which thread would you choose to?
Probably that
Oh,
one.
I'm sorry. That's the light gray Quarry fabric,
Mm-hmm.
the velour corduroy. I'm going to click that first just to show us the fabric in the bubble here. And
Color
the
is
serger thread you chose,
8100.
you were looking at 8100 to match that. I want to do a quick overhead to see the match there.
Yeah, that's really good.
Really nice.
Pre-cut binding tape should be available.
Yeah, yesterday we showed it on the yesterday afternoon, and we had they're right here. So should I bring them over? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're right now we have
This one is
these are
I don't know what they call it, maroon?
these are 3-yard cuts, and we have navy, and I wouldn't call that
That looks
dark
like
black. It's sort of like a
gray
dark
Slate.
charcoal. I like it. It's pretty. They all have like that a thatched pattern in it. So there's the beige, and then this would be your black or dark charcoal, and then here's a navy.
Okay, I have the charcoal in the bubble here.
Mm-hmm.
And this is 3 yards pre-cut binding of a favorite thatched
Mm-hmm.
fabric
And we'll
from
probably get more colors. They're using red and brown for a project right now. So we're waiting for those to come in.
Okay, so you have here in front of us today, one at a time. This is the charcoal, and then I'll just click on the
Yeah.
what are we calling this?
Yeah.
Washed linen?
Is that what is that's
I
the
think
name of
that's what
it?
it's
Wash
called,
linen.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very
Washed
pretty.
linen from Moda. 3-yard cut, already cut for you.
Yes.
Already biased.
Yeah,
for
it's
you.
yes, it's 2.5 inches. Yeah, so it's bias and cut on the bias.
That's amazing. And then navy midnight, 3 yards. So if you're watching the show today, realizing how much you hate cutting,
A lot of people do not like and have to have a continuous piece of bias. It's nice.
There it is. So that's kind of, I think that made a lot of people happy with the pre-cut
Yeah.
bias.
Especially
binding.
because they were doing them on the ruffled, the circular things.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
that really made a
placemats.
lot of people happy.
Okay.
But
Okay.
going back to the airlock thread, you can find, oh yeah, let's see that. That's cool. This is burgundy 8811, and you match that with your French terry,
Yep. And then we did
the tawny port.
Tawny Port, yes.
Yeah. Okay, and what number do you have on that cone?
This one is 8111.
So that goes with the gray iron gate.
Mm-hmm.
8811.
And I would use that, or I would use black. Either one would work. It's pretty dark.
Yeah, that's
Okay, well, let's see. I have. Did you say 8111?
8111.
8111. Or black.
8401. Black. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to go searching for the black. Ah, we have black.
We put black in there.
We have black. Okay.
Yeah. And then we did the blue.
We did the blue.
did the
That was the
blue.
baby
Did
blue.
did we do the navy?
We did not.
Okay, and then the navy.
yeah.
This is I have 8965 here.
Yep.
And that matches our
The navy.
maritime blue.
Mhm. And it's another one that you could. Got it. You could use black on that one too.
Fantastic. And then
Okay.
you can also just search the app for airlock, and you can see we carry
All the colors.
all the colors.
They said
Okay.
the airlock is the thread at the bottom of the stairs that anybody that's carrying things up and down the stairs always runs into it, knocks,
Right. Yeah.
knocks them off the rack. Yeah.
And yes, the tape when you unfold it, it's 2.5 inches wide.
Oh, Heather Rose.
Heather Rose. There's a pink. I forget the name of it, but I know there's a pink that matches it.
Oh, I wonder if okay, so we have pink rose, and we have a just straight pink.
Here, let me see.
And unfortunately, we didn't bring over a pink rose, nor did we bring over the.
No, we didn't.
Nor did we bring over the Heather Rose.
We'll find the color for.
But you're saying just the standard pink, or
There's a pink that matches it. It's like a dusty pink color.
I think we have two pinks in here. It's pink 9150. I think would be the dustier of the two airlock.
Okay.
When can we? Do you want to bring them all over next?
We can do that
next
next year.
Tuesday, and then we'll kind of
Yep.
show the.
We'll match everything else that we have,
Sure.
and we'll bring the prints too.
Okay.
And I think that's about it.
I think we're good.
Yeah. Okay, we'll be back.
We've
at
gone
3.
way over today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Kathy's
we
not going to
did.
be happy with
Yeah.
us.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you after Baby Lock Tech,
Yes.
and we're excited
Yes. Really.
And
Thanks
I'll
for
also
joining
see you
us.
back at 3:00
for Kimberbell.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bye bye.